Hello doll fans and welcome back to Beauty Inside a Box. Today I'm going to be talking about Barbie Fashionistas and the whole evolution of this line, which is probably one of Barbie's longest running lines. It's very simple, it's just kind of fashion dolls, and looking at the fashionistas over the years gives us a really good idea of Barbie's timeline, Barbie's history over the past 10 years. I remember being really excited for these dolls when they originally came out, and I've consistently bought fashionistas even as Barbie's quality has started to slump. But I thought as I take you through the timeline you could let me know in the comments which dolls your favourites, which kind of era for the fashionistas was your favourite, and we can take a trip down memory lane. Now, I'm almost certain I've left out a couple fashionistas from this list, so please correct me, but I've tried my hardest to find a comprehensive, definitive list of all the fashionistas. I always felt like fashionistas were kind of the spiritual successors to the Fashion Fever line, which came before it. Please, if you're new to this channel and you love dolls as much as I do, please don't forget to subscribe and check me out on Instagram. But anyway, let's get on with the video. This is my evolution of the Barbie Fashionista line. Okay, so here is a picture, a relic, a historic picture of the first line of fashionista dolls, and I have these three dolls from the line. They're really nice quality dolls. That's what originally drew me to these dolls, and I was just getting back into Barbie for the first time in a really long time. Before that I'd been really into Bratz and had not really paid much attention to Barbie. But these dolls are great. They have so much articulation. They bend at the waist, they bend at the knees, at the hips, they have long beautiful hair, cool funky styles. I mean, one thing I have to say about the fashionistas though is for a while I didn't think their clothes were that cool. They're very Barbie, they're very sparkly, but some of these outfits here are just like not that cool. They're not very stylish. But they were great basic dolls to play with, and they're very posable. And at the beginning I remember them having names like Sweet and Sporty and Sassy and stuff. They were kind of named after their style. Ken looks terrible here in his trilby. But anyway, yeah. Here is the next wave of the fashionista line. Again, the clothes, I hate those like zebra print leggings the first one is wearing, and the second one has like a hood attached to her t-shirt. Not cute. And again, Ken looks kind of dorky, but they were still brilliant high quality dolls. And they actually changed the joints for these dolls. They made the knees like much smaller and they could move a little bit more. There was a little bit more movability in the knees. But yeah, still a brilliant line. And then the next wave we got for these dolls included swappable heads. So the whole shoulders and neck and head of each doll could pop off and you could swap it with another doll, and thus also change the hair and style and makeup, which is quite a cool idea, I guess, but it really does show you how undiverse the dolls were. I mean, the fact that all the dolls had matching skin tones so you could like swap the heads easily kind of outlines a bit of an issue with the doll line at the time, in my opinion. I do think the clothes are getting slightly more stylish at this point. It's funny they're called fashionistas, but at the beginning I did not think their clothes were very fashionable. And here with the next wave you can see they continued the idea of the swapping styling heads. And I do like the colourful hair. I remember the heads being quite expensive. They were only like a little bit cheaper than the actual dolls, so I never actually bought a head, but I did buy this doll from the line. I thought her outfit was really cute. She had a bit of a kind of like country style with the boots. Yeah, she's really cute. I really like her, and as you can see she's got like a head that can come off. I've never actually done this before. Oh. And there we have it. Okay, around this time they also brought out a line called, I think it was called In the Spotlight or something, or like Hollywood Divas, something like that. And it was kind of like formal wear for the fashionista line. I think these are kind of hideous. I love the idea behind it though, and I really wish that today they still made like formal wear for the fashionistas. I think that would be really cool. They're obviously trying really hard to make their formal wear kind of like funky and current. It kind of misses the mark a little bit for me, but I still think these dolls are brilliant. Here is the next wave of fashionistas. Again, I think the clothes are getting slightly more stylish at this point. I have these two from this line. This one actually had like a piece of fluff on her shoulder, but I thought it was so ugly that I took it off. And as you can see, they got rid of the idea of them having swappable heads at this point. Here is the next wave. Again, I think the fashion is getting better and better with every wave. I think the colour schemes for these ones are a lot more coherent. They each have a clear colour palette, which I think is really nice. Again, I love the articulation. As we all know, the articulation would not last forever and the quality would eventually dip, but it was really nice at this point to still have so much articulation in the dolls, and I think they are really cute. Here is the next wave. Again, I like the fact that they all have a clear colour scheme. I actually have these two from this wave. I think they look really nice together, these two as well, especially because obviously one is dressed in silver and one is dressed in gold. I think they're really, really cute dolls, and I love the like sparkly bits in their hair. It is a shame that they have like plastic bits, but they are removable, so I guess that's a plus side. They also brought out some more kind of evening gown fashionistas at this point, and I think these ones, the evening gowns, are much nicer than the last wave. Still a bit garish, but cute. I like them. I wish I had one of these, especially the first one. I think the first one is really pretty. And then a dark day fell upon the fashionista line, and we got this wave here. Without any articulation, they just had cheap, hollow, unmovable plastic bodies. And they all were kind of in these weird kind of poses, which at the time I thought was quite cool, but not very good for play. They were basically stuck permanently in this pose. They couldn't even really sit down very easily. I have these two here from this wave. I think these two are the cutest, definitely. This one isn't... Ooh. This one isn't doing the pose, she's just kind of standing normally, and then this one has her kind of hip popped out to one side, which again makes it kind of difficult to put her into any other position other than the one she's in. Here are some more dolls that came out soon afterwards. I have these two. I think this one's really stylish. This was right around the time I felt like the line was getting a little bit more current, a little bit more stylish. I miss when all the fashionistas used to wear high heels. Okay, here is the next wave, and I remember being really excited for this wave because they were finally introducing a little bit more diversity into the fashionista line. Up until this point, the line had been shockingly undiverse. Like, I mean, even Nikki, the dark-skinned doll, had reasonably light skin. And to be honest, I think it was really shameful of Barbie that it took them this long to kind of introduce a little bit more diversity into the line. But here, you know, we're finally starting to see a little bit more diversity. Still not as good as what we get today, but it's a lot better. And I definitely felt like at this point Barbie was trying out some more interesting styles, like this one here with the shaved head. And the colourful hair, she's really cute. And also at this point some of the dolls started to have flat feet, which I personally don't like, just because I like my dolls to wear heels. I don't really know why. I think it's because I think heels are more glamorous. But there were still lots of dolls in heels. I have this one, I got this one, I think she's probably my favourite from this part of the line. And then these two Barbies as well. Next up we have this wave, and again, very similar to the wave before. They all still had clutch bags at this point, which was not to last. Eventually all the clutch bags would disappear. From this part of the line I just got these two dolls. I think they're really cute. I really like this one because I think her skirt is really cute and I love her chunky high-heeled boots. Now, the next wave of Barbie dolls is probably the most talked about and revolutionary moment in Barbie history, because Barbie introduced several new body molds, including a curvy mold, a petite mold, and a tall mold, which is really brilliant and obviously a massive leap forwards for the Barbie line. This was highly talked about at the time, and still to this day is kind of talked about quite a lot. And also the doll line continued to broaden its horizons in diversity. I have these dolls from this wave. I think they're all really cute. I really like their styles. This was obviously the first one I ever got. There was a plus size doll. I think they've dressed her really nicely. I love her colourful hair. This was my first taller doll, and this was my first petite doll. And I think they're really cute. I think this was a really good idea for Barbie. Later on, we also got some different body molds for Ken. We got a kind of petite one and a curvy one for Ken as well. I can't remember what they called them. Correct me in the comments. I can't remember exactly what they named them, but yeah. Okay, now I think next was, this is when my timeline gets a little bit iffy. I was really trying to figure out when these dolls came out, but I was really struggling to remember. So please correct me in the comments if I get the timeline a little bit wrong. But these were the dolls I believe came out next. And I think they are really cute. I love the different styles. Again, there wasn't a lot of change, but they were just kind of carrying on the theme of the wave before. I bought all of these dolls from this era for Barbie. I'm really happy with all of them. I think they're really cute. I think one of my favorites might be this one. She's really cool. I love her dress, very summery. And then I think the next wave was this wave, very similar to the last one. I think the fashions at this point are starting to get a little bit basic. It's kind of just like very standard stuff that you would find in like H&M, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. I just like it when they're a little bit more daring and each doll has its own specific identity. And for this line, I got these three girls. I think they're really cute. I especially like this one. I don't think I've seen this face mold again since, so that's why I really like her. After that, we got this wave, I think. Like I said before, I'm not exactly sure. But I thought this was a brilliant wave. I think one of the dolls, I have her here, is meant to be albino, which is quite cool. I thought she was really pretty. Oh, she's lost her shoe. I'll have to find that later. I really like her top. I also got these guys from the line. I thought they were really cute. I love how Barbie's got blue hair here. And I like this one because her dress kind of reminds me of the pride flag. And this doll is really, really dark as well, which I like. We don't often see dolls this dark in the Barbie line, so I thought it was really cool that they were doing that. And then next we had this line. I love how one of the taller ones has like a sparkly top on. I think this line is really cute. I love the one with extra long hair. I actually ended up buying her. She's here. Super, super long hair. I think that's really cool. I wish more of them had really long hair because I love over-exaggerated hair on my dolls. And I also got these guys as well from the line. I think they're really cute. This one's probably my least favorite. I don't know why. And then we are nearly up to the modern day. Obviously the Barbie line continues to progress and diversify with a doll with a prosthetic limb. We also have a doll in a wheelchair, and I bought this doll. I really like the fact that she has braids, something we hadn't seen before in the Fashionista line. I think she's really cool. And then these are the dolls that are on the shelves at the moment. And as you can see, Barbie is continuing to broaden their horizons with dolls of all different shapes, sizes, backgrounds. I love the Ken with the hair. Mostly just because he's a doll with real hair, and for so long Ken has just had plastic hair. But yeah, so that is my chronological list of pretty much all the fashionistas throughout history. I think this is such a fun Barbie line, and I love looking at it and seeing how it's evolved and changed and grown, and also how it's broadened its horizons and really revolutionized the doll industry a lot of the time. Obviously, some of the quality has dropped a little bit, but I still think this is probably one of the best Barbie lines that we're getting at the moment. Definitely much better than the Dreamtopia line, that's for sure. But anyway, doll fans, please let me know in the comments what you think of the Fashionista line. Let me know which era of the Fashionista line is your favorite. Please don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed it, and check me out on Instagram, and I will see you real soon. Stay safe. Bye.